Tiger Mix 83. He asks, this goes to Kisame and Spidey. Oh fuck, this is long. What do you think of the other card game, Card Fight Vanguard?
I've heard of it. My personal opinion about
I was going to talk more. He had more on it.
Oh, yes.
It's not exactly Yu-Gi-Oh, but I recently noticed a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players turning to Card Fight Vanguard for a fresh start. The game itself looks interesting, but I want to hear your guys' opinions of it, and even if you have one. It's not as popular as Yu-Gi-Oh either, but it's fairly good for those people who can't keep up with the pace that Yu-Gi-Oh advances at.
My opinion for that is this. I like Yu-Gi-Oh, but I am not crazy over Yu-Gi-Oh either. I feel like I've played Yu-Gi-Oh ever since I was 9, 10 years old. And, you know, now that we're adults mainly, you know, it's one of those things where it's like we look back at our cards and be like, oh, you know, we like this, but I don't think that, you know, just because I feel like the only thing that's keeping me in Yu-Gi-Oh is basically my history of playing this game for so long. I wouldn't, you know, say like, you know, I feel like, you know, we're like 20-something years old.
We should make this a separate video. What keeps us going?
No. I just like, we're just gonna mainly like, I personally just don't like it. You know, go into Card Vanguard.
Card Fight Vanguard. I've actually never heard of it.
I've heard of it.
But the way you just made it sound was like it's not as fast as Yu-Gi-Oh. One reason why I really like Yu-Gi-Oh is because it's such a fast-paced, strategic game. That's one reason why I actually really like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, but you know what it's like? It's like another anime. It's like another like cartoon thing.
The only other type of card thing that I liked that was like Yu-Gi-Oh was Duel Masters. I like Duel Masters.
If I ever got sucked into another card game and I ever
Duel Masters.
No, it's because if I ever dropped
Pokemon,
Go Darkrai.
I never understood the Pokemon card game. I'm not gonna lie to you people.
I never understood the Pokemon card game.
I love the video game, the card game. I don't fucking know. So Card Fight Vanguard, if you guys play it, good for you. But if it's not as fast as Yu-Gi-Oh, I personally wouldn't like it probably.
I personally don't care for it because it's like another cartoon thing.
I love card captors.
That's a question?
No.
That's a question?
No, that was a show with the little girl. She had like the little thing in the pole and she was a stripper. No, she wasn't. The next question is from Don't Dishafet 42. I don't know. I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
His name is Pat. I know him personally.
You know all these people?
Not every one of them.
Well, Pat asks, to all Underground members, what is the oldest deck you still haven't used? For both of us, it would be his
C for C.
And my Master deck. I've had my Master deck since I fucking... Well, not since I started
I'll never
playing.
forget when Ray said that to me. Ray was like, you two will take your decks and create these new breeds.
Well, yeah, like we've essentially had the same deck. They've just been evolving and evolving and evolving into what we have today. We've never like trashed them and then like.
What makes me so blinded is that you was such a defensive player and I was such an offensive player, and now I'm defensive and you are offensive. Yeah. And I can't believe that.
Cause like remember, like I said, like, I attack in like a spirit bomb. I throw like this one big ass chunk at you, and if you survive that shit, I can still fight you, but it just won't be as good.
I'm the kind of person where I'm like fucking Android 18, where I'm just like, psh, 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 psh. You gotta fucking wear out sometime.
No, who's that guy that fights like this with the 2 fingers?
Neji.
There you go.
I'm not like Neji.
That's what you like.
I'm not like Neji.
No, you're like Neji because you like to block off people's moves. Like if they want to do something, you're like chi block them. You're like, oh, you want to do this with that monster? Oh, kill that monster. You can't do that. Yeah. 100 palms.
100 palms.
4 palms. 8 palms. 16. I can't count.
I can't count that high.
32.
32. Something. You're hurt.
I win.
Your life went to 0.
Next opponent. Arsenal Dude 21 asks, Dear Kisame and Spidey, back in the day, what deck types were you running in your favorite card?
My favorite card, just like Ancient Gear Golem.
Celtic Guardian, but kind of describe what like our old decks were, like you said, you know.
Gen Warp Werewolf, Luster Dragon.
No, I mean like when we
Voss Raider.
No, talk about the deck that you had when like you got the Genzo. When you got Jinzo.
At the park?
Yeah, when you got Jinzo and then you beat
No,
me.
no, you see,
because that was like
the day I went to the park and I went up to John, I was just like, John, once I have Jinzo, my deck will transform. I will be the greatest duelist ever. Give me Jinzo. And we were like, all right, here's Jinzo. And then
I just want to know what the deck was like. I don't want the story.
No, we got the story now. But then I was like, it was weird because I had like some kind of weird transformation, like how fucking like Cell did when he observed Android 17. I was like, one more, wow, and then then you know, see John like, oh my god! I can see John. He like John grabs your hand and starts running with you. He wants you 18. We have to get out of here.
Somebody watches too much Dragon Ball Z.
You see, like, then I could see, like, who would be TN? You see, like, I probably, like, have, like, Paul as TN and be like, oh my god, I didn't stop it.
The point being, I just wanted
to wants you 18.
Well, back in the day, this guy knows I used to have a deck that was really defensive. I had,
the funny thing about that day was when I dueled him, when I got Jinzo, I kicked the shit out of him. And I never forgot, we were sitting there where, you know, the old people play chess on those things. He grabbed my hand, he said, sit.
Because I couldn't believe he was beating me. This was a guy I beat like every day. I was always winning. I always used to win. And then like after that, then we kind of got really like tied up. He always used to give me good matches, don't get me wrong, but I would always win. But after that, it was been like back and forth. Nowadays, I don't know. I think we haven't dueled except, you know, Destiny. But other than that,
yeah, legitly, I don't think I've dueled this man. I don't think I legitly had a regular sit down duel with him for over like 2 years.
Yeah, we just don't. But yeah, I think because his deck was personally back in the day, my deck was really defensive. I used to have the strategy with like Guardian Sphinx and Ordeal.
I thought I used Guardian Sphinx.
No, you used to use that Sphinx deck, but remember when I had like Nimble Manga.
I hated that fucking card.
And like
Wave Motion Cannon.
Yeah, Wave Motion Cannon in my deck. I used to have Nimble Manga, Wave Motion Cannon, like Ordeal of a Traveler.
I hated that card.
Fucking
I summoned Great Marju Garset.
Yeah, Great Marju Garset, Spear Cretin and shit, bring back like my monsters, and like it was
for good times.
Yes, that's what my deck was kind of like. Ordeal of a Traveler, man.
Kunai Train.
I didn't have that.
I did.
But yeah, that's like what it was. And my favorite card was Kelsey Guardian.
Spell Striker.
The next question is from Alvarez, Kansas. How much money have you put into Yu-Gi-Oh! The past year? Do you spend a significant amount of money on this game?
Alright, me, I don't go out and buy cards. I only trade cards. So most likely I never really spend money, but I could kind of technically have to count the money I pay in stamps. So I maybe use a book of stamps maybe every 2 weeks. So that's like $18 a month. So multiply $18 times 12 months is basically...
I can't count.
I can't count. My points at 0.
I actually haven't. We used to buy cards back when we were like in high school. There was like a nice card shop by us.
General Werewolf.
The fight for General Werewolf. We used to like. You know,
I cut school.
He tried to cut school just to get there before me to get the General Werewolf.
And then I went to John's house and I was like, Evan, I summoned General Werewolf. You look at me like, motherfucker.
Bitch ass nigga. But I haven't spent any money on Yu-Gi-Oh! The past year because I don't really buy cards anymore.
Didn't you go to Candy Palace not that long ago and you bought some stuff?
It hasn't been. It's been more than a year. I know that much because last year I was kind of doing the whole Nisa thing.
Fuck Nisa. Fuck Nisa.
I'm serious.
Fuck Nisa. Fuck Charisse. Fuck
Who the fuck? I know there's no Charisse.
You know black women called Charisse?
No, I don't.
Oh. That Christian girl. Fuck Christian.
What? Come on, man. Listen, the next question.
Angelina.
There you. You like a song. It's like a song. Angelina.
Angelina. Angelina. Oh, Angelina.
The next question is how
Chad Dumlap.
The next question is from Seeker5395. How long have you known Spidey, Anthony? No, how long have you known Spidey, Anthony? How long do you know Spidey?
Well, I'll just answer that.
We've known each other since freshman year
in
high school, 2005. Yeah, it's been since because we've
been friends for 7 years. I will legitimately admit I've never really had like a fight with this man. I mean,
It's impossible to argue with me. My logic is so superior.
it's like that. No, you know, you like that thing from iRobot where it was just like that big computer thing. My logic is undeniable. That's talking to heaven. There's no reason in arguing. My logic is undeniable. My logic is undeniable. And I'm just sitting there, okay.
Whoa.
I'm gonna say that for the whole day. My logic is undeniable. My logic.
We've been friends for a long time, and we've had a lot of inside jokes.
A lot of
crazy memories. A lot.
My logic is undeniable.
And I want you guys to know today's the last day me and this guy will be friends. Fuck him.
Fuck him. But Evan, you can't leave me. You can't leave me. We've been friends for so long. My logic is undeniable. Fuck. Oh
All
God.
right. The next question is a question that we actually have to answer and tell a story. Have you ever had a tag duel with Spidey?
Yes.
Yes, we've had one, and this is a really good story. Oh, well, let me just give the bill. It was me and him going up against our friend John and my little brother. And back in the day, that was like when they had the Egyptian God cards, but like when like Ra was yellow, Obelisk was blue, and Cypher was
Man, we used the video game effects.
We used video game effects and shit like that. But I actually had those yellow ones, the ones that says you cannot use in a duel. I had Wind Dragon Ra, and then he got a Wind Dragon Ra. We were tag dueling, and the whole purpose of me.
You know, we went easy on John and Cody.
No, because we tried to drag it out. So
yeah, we were dragging it out for that moment.
So we can both get Wind Dragon Ra on the field. And we both knew the chant.
Yeah, Great Beast of the Sky.
I don't know it anymore.
I don't really remember. All I know is like Great Beast of the something something.
No, Great Beast of the Sky, please
Great Beast of the Sky, please hear my cry. Transform thyself from orb of light and bring me victory in this fight. Envelop the shadows with your glow and place your rage upon my foe. Something with the game. Come forth!
The point being was we've only did that duel because we wanted to do this. Wind Dragon Ra has a move, and this was.
No, it was because in GX is when we saw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like when we saw GX and that guy was like, I don't have an Egyptian God. I am one. Activate Blaze Cannon.
And
that's when.